My official NBA 2K25 dribble tutorials here. This is for small, this is for tall, this is for every guard build out there. This is that must need video, 45 minutes of exclusive content. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do all the beginner, all the advanced, all the glitchy, everything that you need to know you will learn in this video. Make sure you do drop a like, sub, turn on post notifications. It's all very much appreciated and everybody is welcome to the family. I promise you, you will not be wasting a subscription on this channel. Now with that being said, we got clips rolling. I've been getting a lot of comments. I've been grinding content. That's the big thing y'all got to know is I've been grinding content, so I haven't been looking to just post back-to-back gameplays. I haven't even been able to get much gameplay. These clips I got right here is every single clip I got since the game came out, and it might seem like a lot, but I got this all in one day because I know I needed to get some gameplay out there to show you guys what my builds could do, to show you guys how I could move, just to show you guys everything. So these are rough clips. These aren't even like good clips that I saved up over time. This is one day of me cooking up and just saving some clips and then bringing them to y'all. So y'all got the clips on the screen. Y'all can see exactly what I'm doing on this game. Now we're going to jump into the dribble tutorial. The first thing you guys are going to see is a beginner dribble tutorial. It's going to be basically the same exact video that I dropped a couple days ago. It's going to be all the beginner stuff, and then right after that it's going to dive into the advanced stuff, which is the stuff I just recorded, which is the part 2 that you guys were probably looking for. But I know I'm going to get comments if I don't include the beginner stuff in this video. I know I'm going to get comments like, oh, how do you do this move? How do you do that? Yada yada. So I'm going to just include it all. One big dribble tutorial. This is exactly what you need. Let's get straight into it, man. I'm going to let these clips play out. And then right after that, we're going to get into teaching you how to do all this crazy stuff that you guys are seeing on the screen. Like I said, don't forget to drop that like. It won't be wasted. And everybody's welcome to the family. First, we're going to go over the dribble style and speed boosting. Now, I'm going to give you guys all my dribble moves in 1 second here after I talk about the speed boosting. But the speed boosting is the first thing we're going to go over. I'm on my small guard for this because I still haven't found like the best SIGs for speed boosting on tall guards. And on my tall guard, I don't have all the animations unlocked because I haven't hit starter 3. I still move on my tall guard. I honestly think I move better on my tall guard than my small. But as far as speed boosting, there's way better speed boosting SIGs, dribble styles, and stuff like that for smalls. So I'm going to be on my small right now. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is that the two main speed boosts, we talked about this in a previous video, is the opposite ball hand cross. Now the SIGs I got on, the opposite ball hand cross is not crazy. The other SIGs I got on my tall guard, which I'll show you guys, the opposite ball hand side is crazy. So it really just depends. With this one, it's really same side. As you guys can see, my same side speed boost is good, and my launch out of moves is good. So on this one, it just has pretty good launches. It doesn't really have that cross launch, but the main two speed boosts that are the most effective is that cross launch and the same side hezzy. Now to do the same side hezzy, you're just going to hold R2 and flick your right stick straight to the same side the ball's in. So if the ball's in your right hand, it's going to go straight to the right. That's literally all you do, straight to the right, and then you take off and start running, and you'll get a good speed boost if you have the right SIGs. It all depends on your SIGs. You're going to have to play around with them, see which different SIGs have what different speed boosts. Because like I said, this one, I could just take off and run, and it's pretty fast. Some other ones you try and take off and run, and it's going to be like a turtle. But then this one, the cross launch is kind of terrible. The in-between legs launch is really good, but the cross launch is horrible. As you guys can see, that in-between legs cross launch is good. So it really just depends. The speed boosting all depends on your dribble style and animations you got equipped. Because like I said, mine has really good same side speed boosts, and it has really good just launches out of dribble moves. But then that cross launch is absolutely terrible. So it just depends on your dribble moves with the speed boost, but those are the two main speed boosts. Is a cross launch where you just flick the right stick up to the opposite side and then you take off and run, and then that same side hesitation. Other than that, there is some dribble styles that will let you just speed boost out of moves by holding R2 and run out. like the one that I got on, which is Darius Garland. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the dribble moves. This video, I'm not having a hand cam on the screen just because everything in this video, I swear, is going to be the easiest stuff that you could do. Everybody could do all the stuff that I'm going to teach you in this video without even needing to see a hand cam. Honestly, you could probably just listen to the video and learn how to do this stuff, because this is all just one little flick with the stick or one little this. It's not flicking it here, here, there, there. That's what the advanced one's going to be for. The advanced one, we'll definitely get to that. That'll have the hand cam for sure, but like I said, that's the speed boosting stuff. Now I'm going to show you guys the animations on my small guard. Then I'm going to switch to my tall guard, because I like comboing on my tall guard better. Even though these SIGs are nice, I am going to show you a couple things with these SIGs real quick. So then when I'm talking about different moves with the tall guard, you guys can see what those moves would look like on this build. So it kind of, so you could kind of get, you know what I mean? You could get what exactly is going on, and you can understand everything that is being shown and not just be confused. So I'm just showing you guys some of the moves that I have equipped on my guard right now, so then you could see when I talk about the stuff in the video, and when I'm talking about different animations, you could kind of think of those animations if you're on the small guard or whatever. But everything is done exactly the same. It might be different animations, but all the moves are triggered exactly the same. So this will be a really easy tutorial. Like I said, it's just one flick here, one flick there. I'm gonna just teach you guys how to trigger every animation, and then from there, if you don't like my animations, you could just go and play through all the animations and find something that fits you, because you'll know how to trigger every single one of them. You won't be sitting there trying to do a 2K24 move and it's triggering something completely different because you don't know what you're doing. So next thing we're going to talk about, we already talked about the dribble style. As you guys can see, the cross launch on this one is way better though. So as far as cross launching, that's what I mean. Like, all dribble styles are different. They all got different, you know, perks and different downfalls. Some of them are good launches, some of them are bad. This one's got a pretty good regular launch that I like. I like to just take off, hit this little step back, take off, hit the step back. But yeah, it all depends on your dribble style and stuff like that. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is the SIG size up. Let me show you the dribble moves real quick on the tall guard before I show you guys the SIG size up. I'm basically going to break down how to do everything. SIG size up, regular breakdown, aggressive breakdown, escape moves, combo moves, crossover, behind the back, spin, hesitation, step backs, go-to shots, shot canceling. And I'm going to show you a couple combos that I like to do with them. So these are the dribble moves that I'm using on my tall guard. Now I can show you guys how to do the rest of the things. When it comes to the SIG size up, that's just flicking your right stick. No R2, no nothing. You don't have to move. Just flick your right stick pretty much any direction. Get it behind the back, everything. That's based off of your SIG size up right there. So your SIG size up will determine all of that. And that's pretty much how you trigger it, is just by flicking the right stick without having anything activated. Like I said, this is all very easy. You should be able to do that very easily. The SIG size up, I like this one because I could do the crab and I could do that. And it might seem slow, but in game, when I'm actually piecing it together and using it like that, it looks pretty clean actually in game when I'm not sitting here just fooling around. Next thing I'm going to show you guys is the regular breakdown. Now the regular breakdown, this is another easy move. Just sit there, stand still, flick your right stick straight up. Boom, you're getting that regular breakdown combo. There's a lot of really good regular breakdown combos. I think there's better regular breakdown combos and aggressive breakdown combos for for small guards. But there's still some solid ones for tall builds, like mines are solid. I got the Michael Jordan there, so then I could do some stuff like that. There's a lot of solid ones for tall builds too. Now the aggressive breakdown, now that I showed you the regular one, the aggressive one is the same way. So you're going to flick your right stick straight up, but this time you're just going to be holding R2 while you do it. So R2, right stick straight up, boom, you'll get your little aggressive breakdown combo. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is the escape. Now the escape, this is another easy move that you could do, and if you do the double escape, you could get a nice crab move like that, and you could piece that into the step back. Gets a lot of ankle breakers and it'll get you open a lot. So to do the escape move, all you're gonna do is hold R2 and flick your right stick diagonally up to the opposite side the ball's in. So if the ball's in your left hand, you're gonna flick it just up to the right to like 2, 3 o'clock. So ball's in your left hand, hold R2 up to the right, bang, you get the crab. And then if you go up to the right and then you go back to the left, you'll get basically that double crab move that I showed you a minute ago. So it's basically just doing the escape. If you try to spam the escape and do it from, so if the ball is in your right hand and you're flicking it up to the left, and then you try to flick it back to the right, that's when you'll get that long crab type move. And I still like that move a lot. Or you could just do the escape and you could chain it with your sig size up. The escapes go really good with Steve Francis. If you could get Steve Francis or some of the small guard sig size ups, they go really good with some of the escapes to where you could combo really nicely with them, almost to where you could combo like you had the momentum from last year, because you got that endless chain with the Steve Francis and the crab that you could just do endlessly. Now the next thing is the combo moves. I don't really use combo moves. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even really know how to trigger them. I don't think they're that effective, but I don't really use the combo moves. So I'm going to skip that one out. Next one is the crossover. Crossover is pretty easy. All you got to do is run down the court and then flick your right stick to the opposite side. So if the ball is in your left hand, flick it up to the right. Boom, you'll get that crossover. And then you could just take the ball up or do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with it. The next thing is the behind the back. To do the behind the back, you're going to hold R2. My behind the back sucks because I use it for standstill and I don't use it for moving. When you want to do it for standstill, you're going to hold R2, flick your right stick to the same side the ball's in. So if the ball's in your left hand, you're going to flick it straight to the left, and then you're going to flick it down to the right. So down to the right will be about 4 or 5 o'clock. So straight to the left, down to the right, you'll get that animation right there. That's how you trigger the standing behind the back. Now to trigger the moving one, instead of flicking your right stick to the same side like I just told you a minute ago, you're going to throw that out. So you're just going to hold R2 and then flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite side. So if the ball's in your left hand, 4 or 5 o'clock like I said a minute ago. It's literally the same thing, just moving, and you're not going to use that right stick to flick it to the same side. You're just going down. So that's how you do the behind the back. Now the next thing is spin. The spins are pretty easy. All you really have to do is kind of just to spin with your controller. You kind of just mimic the spin that you want to create. Like, I don't know, you just do a half spin with your controller. You just spin your remote. That's literally all you do. And then based on the angle you're running at, that's how you're going to want to make the angle when you're spinning with your remote. So if you're spinning over, like, it just depends on the direction you're running in. All you're going to want to do is spin with your remote. It's basically just like Madden almost. And the different angles you're running at and the different angles you spin at will give you different spin animations. Like you seen, I was running upwards, same spin. You know, if I'm running backwards, it gives me that, which I use to chain into my other combos. That's the glitchy spin. There's the half spin. It all depends what angle you're running at, but it's all pretty much the same thing, just rotating the right stick in a spin type of, you know, formation. Now, next thing I'm going to tell you guys is the hesitation. Now, the hesitation, my hesitation sucks on this build. You guys seen the hesitation on my small guard, that same side hezi. It was fast on my other build, but this build, it absolutely sucks. That's why I said my speed boosting sigs for this build aren't really the best. But I already taught you guys how to do that earlier, so all you're going to want to do is hold R2, flick your right stick straight to the same side the ball's in. So if the ball's in your right hand, straight to the right, and then you're just going to take off and run. If I let it play out for a minute, I get a faster speed boost, but it's usually the PGs with the better SIGs that end up getting the way better speed boosts out of those hesitations. Now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is a step back. You're going to hold R2, flick your right stick straight down. Boom, you'll get the step back. Just look through the animations that I have on my small and tall guard. I have the same exact step back almost on both of them. And these get so many ankle breakers. It creates so much space. It catches people off guard. it's definitely something that you guys are going to want to have and add into your bag, because I was playing yesterday and I got broke like 4 times in a row. This dude broke my ankles with the same exact move, and it was almost to the point to where he was spamming it because he knew it would break my ankles. So right now this move is super overpowered, and I would definitely say you guys want to add it to your bag. Now the next thing is the go-to shots. You're going to hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight up for a second. Boom, go-to shot activated. As you guys can see, I could cancel it and do a lot of different combos out of my go-to shots because I like the go-to shots a lot. All you're doing is holding R2 and then holding your right stick straight up. Now this go-to shot I got right now is basically got the curry slide. It's like a little curry slide, as you guys can see, and it almost just cancels itself. You don't even really got to cancel it, because if you're not going to shoot it, it won't shoot it. I wasn't doing nothing to cancel it. All I did was held my right stick up for a second and it cancels itself. So I really like this because it's got that curry slide, and I like to piece that curry slide into that moonwalk, into that half spin that you guys seen a minute ago. So you guys could, you know what I'm saying, moonwalk, half spin, crab, step back. You could basically do whatever you want out of it. It's a really nice way to chain your combos. And like I said, we'll get into the advanced stuff later. Right now, I'm just teaching you how to do this stuff, because after I teach you how to trigger all the animations and you could find good animations for you, then when I teach you all the advanced moves, you'll already be ready and you'll already know how to trigger everything. So all you'll need to know is the advanced moves. So that's pretty much how you do the go-to shots. Now the shot canceling, which I like this one on my small guard a lot better because I have better small guard hop jumpers, but there's still nice hop jumpers that you could use to get speed boosts out of. And these hop jumpers are honestly insane. Like, you could get really good speed boosts out of some of them. Mine isn't the best on my build, but all you really got to do is just a hop jumper. Run, hold R2, and then hold your right stick down. You'll get a hop jumper animation, and then you just let go of everything and speed boost out. It's really easy. I mean, that's pretty much a lot of stuff that I like to use in this game, man. You could piece a lot of this stuff together, like the aggressive breakdown combo. You guys see me piece that into the go-to shot right there. There's a lot of these moves that you're just basically going to piece together. That was the regular breakdown, aggressive breakdown, and the step back that I just combined right there. It might look, you know, simple or nothing crazy, but this is the way you're going to have to combo this year. I mean, I'm going to learn. I have a lot of glitchy stuff under my sleeve. Like I showed you guys just a minute ago with the go-to shots, I've already learned, you know, probably more than a lot of people have. You see the glitchy way I'm moving right now, it's honestly insane. So the advanced dribble tutorials coming soon. This is just the basics on how to actually trigger every single animation and how to, you know, learn what animations are good for you, how to use all the different inputs and stuff like that. Alright, so now that you made it to the second half of the video, this is where I'm going to show you guys all the comp dribble moves, the momentums, the nutmegs, all the complicated stuff, and all the good combos and stuff like that. Now, my hand cam will not work on the Xbox for some reason. I've been trying it for over an hour. It won't work. I don't know how to figure it out. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. But I will pop up a controller with arrows and try to explain everything and use the arrows to show what I'm explaining the best I possibly can. So let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Now the first thing I'm going to show you guys is a momentum. The momentum is back in the game and you can activate it, but you have to use LaMelo Ball dribble style. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it is definitely not worth it. I'm going to show you guys it and show you how to activate it, but it's not worth it. All you have to do is misdirect. If you do a crossover to the opposite ball hand and then try to take off, so you see how I just did that crossover and just flick the right stick to any side, doesn't even matter. If you just flick the right stick to the left, you'll just get a crossover. It's one of the easiest things anybody could do. You just flick the stick. And after that, you just run to the same side. So you would flick the stick to the opposite side and then run to the same side. So the ball's in my right hand, flick it to the left, and then take off. Boom, got the momentum. That's all you gotta do to momentum. It's basically LaMelo Ball's misdirection crossover is the momentum. And you can't really chain it into many things. It's honestly pretty horrible. I wouldn't recommend you guys using it, because when I try to chain it into like the snatchback or anything, that's the animation I'm getting. Now I love my little stop animation, but you're not going to get this snatchback. This snatchback, you can't chain that into the momentum. You can't really chain anything really into the momentum. So the momentum is tucked, is curtains. Maybe there'll be a better dribble style that'll let you do it in the future, but as of right now, there's really nothing as far as the momentum. But I did want to show you guys that just in case, you guys wanted to know about the momentum. Now we're going to get into the nutmeg. So the nutmeg, this is another super easy move that anybody could do, and you could do this on any build. Obviously, this dribble tutorial is for any height. It doesn't really matter which your height is, but anybody could do the nutmeg. So to do the nutmeg, you're just going to run down the court, holding R2, just run straight up the court, and then you're going to flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite side the ball's in, basically like a behind the back. So you know how you would just do it behind the back coming down the court? You would just walk down and you would do the behind the back. That's basically what you want to do. So you see the behind the back. Everybody pretty much knows how to do the behind the back coming down the court. And then you're going to flick your right stick straight up. So you're going to go diagonally down to the opposite side and then straight up. So if the ball's in your left hand, it's going down to the right and then straight up. Ball's in your right hand, it's going down to the left, straight up. Nutmeg. That's all you got to do nutmeg. Pretty easy. Everybody can do it. Now let me teach you how to do the half spin, so then you can piece the nutmeg into the half spin and the snatchback, because I already taught y'all the snatchback. So this is without, oh dang, I wasn't even trying to show y'all all that yet. That's my nutmeg spin into my little step back. I always get good threes off of that. Y'all seen it in the intro, but you would basically nutmeg, hold on, sorry, can I get the ball? All right. Half spin, snatchback, or you could just nutmeg into the snatchback. You could chain it a lot of different ways. You guys see me in the intro go like that a couple times and do it like that. You could do it a lot of different ways, but to do the half spin, basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to run backwards after you do the nutmeg. To do the half spin, you always have to run backwards, so you always have to run back like that. But this game, it's super easy to run backwards. Everybody can run backwards on this game. It might have been harder on other games, but this one is super easy to run backwards. So all you would have to do is just run backwards, and you could basically trigger a half spin all the time. Bang, run backwards. Bang, run backwards. So triggering a half spin is very easy. You just got to run backwards, and then from there you're going to rotate your right stick from like 12 to 2. So you're just going to rotate your right stick a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit, in a half spin. So don't do like a full spin on your controller on your right stick, just do like a half spin. I'll obviously show it with the arrows and stuff like that, but you're just going to do like a half spin, like 12 to 2 kind of. Depends on which angle you're running at. 12 to 2 is the angle that I always do it at, this angle right here. It's really like, yeah, 12 to 2, 11 to 2, something like that. Bang. Just a half spin with your right stick. So you're going to run backwards, do a half spin with your right stick. It's pretty easy. Honestly, if you just run backwards and try and attempt to do a half spin multiple times and just try it in different directions, you should figure this out very easy. And then the snatchback, I already taught you that. So now you know how to do the nutmeg into the half spin, into the snatchback. Now from here, let me teach you how to do the go-to shot into the moonwalk, into the half spin. All right, so you already know how to do the half spin. I'm gonna teach you how to piece it like this, right? So the go-to shot, you're gonna hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight up. If you got my SIGs copied on a tall guard, you'll get that animation. It doesn't matter what SIGs you got, because you could basically run backwards out of any SIGs. And as long as you run backwards at the right angle, you'll be able to get this glitchy half spin and moonwalk that I'm talking about. It's just, this go-to shot is so cheesy for tall guards. It lets you moonwalk out of it pretty much with like ease. You could just moonwalk out of this and just do whatever you want. So, you know, the go-to shot, that's the first thing you're going to do. Hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight up. Now, if you got this SIG on, wait till the curry slide plays out. If you got any other SIG on, just wait till the ball's in the opposite hand. So if you want to run backwards to the right, like this, how I'm running backwards to the right, wait till the ball's in the left hand. And then you run backwards by holding your left stick straight down. And then you do a half spin. So that's how you do the go-to shot, right? You do the go-to shot, and then you hold your left stick straight down, and depending on what angle you hold it at, you have to play around with the angles, and then do a half spin, and you'll get that animation. Now, even if you don't get my glitchy animation, you could still get like a regular half spin out of it, like the one I showed you guys a minute ago. Oh, no, you can't. If you just try to do a regular half spin, it'll... Okay, there you go. Yeah, you could get a regular half spin. It's just all about the angles. It's the same exact movement as a half spin, so you're literally just doing a half spin when you run backwards, but depending on the angle you run at, if you run fully straight backwards, you'll get a regular half spin, but if you run at kind of like a slant angle like that, you'll get that glitchy spin. So what you're going to do, obviously just do the go-to shot, R2, straight up on the right stick, and then after that run kind of like slanted backwards, and then you're gonna do that half spin that I told you guys on how to do. So it's a little more complicated. Like I said, this stuff, we get into the more complicated stuff. Now obviously with that go-to shot being said, you guys see I kind of got like a bootleg curry slide in this go-to shot, and this go-to shot is super cheesy. So I mean, that's just a whole nother thing in itself. You basically get the curry slide on a 6-6, and you could chain this into a whole lot of different things. So I mean, it's a W all around. Go-to shot is fire. Make sure you copy this if you want a tall build. You definitely gonna want to do it. Now the next thing is the left stick spin back. Now I basically kind of taught you how to do it a minute ago when I told you to move the ball into the opposite hand and then move backwards like that. When I taught you how to do that so you could do the glitchy spin, that's how you're going to want to do a spin back too. So for example, right, if you were not to do the spin right here, you would basically just get a spin back. So that's a left stick spin back really. All you have to do is hold your left stick down to the opposite side the ball's in. So if the ball is in your left hand, hold it down to like the right, give it a little slant. After you got to do like a crossover or something, and then boom, you can run back, and from there you're just going to angle it and do a spin back. It's a left stick spin back, but I mean at the same time it gets you open a lot. And like I showed you guys probably seen it in the clips in the beginning. I mean, even with the go-to shot, just doing the little spin back is super easy, and it's a nice thing to know. You know, it's just a nice left stick cheese spin back. Let me figure out the next thing. Hold on, gotta put my notes up. All right, so the next thing is the Glitchy speed boost launch. Now let me show you guys this launch real quick. You guys see how I launch? Now you can even spam it if you want to. Okay, I could spam it on my... Okay, there you go. Now it's spamming. You can even spam it. Now this glitchy speed boost launch, when you combine it... Now I taught you guys how to do all the individual moves. Aggressive breakdowns, escapes, everything. When you combine all this stuff is where the magic really happens. Everything I'm teaching you right here, when you put it all together for yourself, this is where the magic happens. You feel me? So let's take a look. When you piece everything together... it all works out. You see the escape into the speed boost to the glitchy, everything combines and works together perfectly. So it's honestly it's a crazy thing that you're gonna want to have it into your bag. You know, this glitchy launch right here, it gets you contact dunks too. If you use it and you actually just run out of it, because you could just run out of this if you want to. You see that? You could just run out of it and run straight to the rack, and it gets you contact. So you don't even have to combo with it. But it really does go good with the step back too. You see, it goes really good with the step back. Like I catch so many people with that, broke ankles with that, and just caught people off guard with that. So it goes good with a lot of different moves, and it's just something you're definitely going to want to have into your bag, especially because it doesn't waste no adrenaline. It's not like a speed boost with a penalty. It's a speed boost that you can abuse, you feel me? And that's what we need in this game. We need stuff that can help us move faster without penalizing us, because they didn't, you know, they trying to make us move slow. They trying to patch us. So that's the glitchy speed boost. What you're going to want to do this is hold R2 and then flick your right stick to the same side the ball is in. If the ball is in your left hand, just flick it to the left. If the ball is in your right hand, just flick it to the right. I don't know what dribble move you need for this. I'm going to be completely honest. If you're a tall guard, copy my SIGs. You'll probably figure it out. But I ain't going to lie, I could not do it on my small guard. My small guard, it was just not doing it. So I think I got some sort of sauce with these SIGs. All I know is you need my SIGs. You just need them. You know, if Haunt says you need them, bro. So the SIGs, you need to copy them. I don't even know what SIG it is, but if you copy them all, you'll be able to move just like me, especially after watching this. So the last thing that I'm going to show you guys is the moving step back. I ain't gonna lie, the moving step back is one of my favorite moves to use. You see that little moving step back? We could just call it the Haunt slide, bro, at this point, because you don't lose no adrenaline. And when you combine it with this, hold on, as you guys can see, you could use it to just speed boost and not lose any adrenaline. You could just misdirect with it. So watch this. Misdirection crossover. Oops, that was the wrong animation, my fault. You could just misdirection crossover and spam it with this. As you guys can see, I'm not losing no adrenaline, and I'm moving far. I'm moving like literally all across the court without losing adrenaline. It's ridiculous, bro. And if you just try to speed boost, I'm losing an adrenaline before I even reach the other side of the court. But you guys seen, I wasn't losing no adrenaline when I was sitting there spamming it with the step back. And honestly, that step back is just cheese. As you guys can see, lost no adrenaline moving across the court like that. None at all. So how you're going to want to do this is you're just going to want to run. And then you're going to flick your right stick. Hold on. You're going to flick your right stick straight down. So just run, right stick straight down. It's kind of like doing the Luka moving step back from last year. R2, right stick straight down. All you gotta do is copy my step back for that, and you guys will be straight. But that's how you guys do the move and step back. Now let me show you my animations for the tall guard, and I'm gonna switch to my small guard and show you guys some more glitchy moves on the small guard. But you can do everything I'm doing right now on the small guard. That's why I'm gonna hop on it right now and show you guys it, because if I don't show you, there's gonna be people in the comment section who are like, oh, can you drop a dribble tutorial for small guards, please, please, please? No, let me hop on my small guard, show you guys some cheese exclusively for the small guard, just like I showed you some cheese exclusively for the tall guard. And I'm gonna show you all the things you could do on the small guard that you can do on the tall, because the nutmeg, the glitchy spins, all that, you could do that too. Like, you could do that too, plus more with the small guard. So these are my updated small guard SIGs. They might be different from when I recorded the first part of this video, because I did record that a couple days prior, and now I'm starting to get SIGs I like. But let me show you guys how the small guard moves. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what SIG I could use to show you guys the breakdown. Okay, hold up. Now let me show you guys a speed boost, because we got some speed boost cheese. I got this dribble style and hesitation that teach, bro, it's so good that you can even quick stop with this hesitation. So you guys see how I'm doing this hezzy right here? You can even quick stop with it. It's that good. All you have to do is just, so to do the hesitation, let me just show you how to do that first. You're going to hold R2 and flick the right stick to the same side the ball's in. So if the ball's in the left hand, straight to the left, and then you're going to take off running. That's all you're going to do. But if you let go of everything and do that, you get a quick stop just like that. So it's a 2-in-1. Not only can you do that, but you can quick stop with it too. So if you're not quick stopping with it, you're gonna get a fade because you're sitting here trying to move too fast. You know what I'm saying? But you could quick stop out of it just like that, and then boom, you get the quick stop. So it's a 2-in-1. It's honestly the best. It's the best type of package you guys are gonna want to have. That Hezzy quick stop is Darius Garland Hezzy with the dribble style Damian Lillard. That combination is deadly, especially if you don't have D Fox right now. This is like key for them small guards who don't have that, because with this you could pretty much like L2 cancel. You could do everything with these SIGs. Like, you could do it all. I'm not gonna lie, because L2 canceling's back in the game. Y'all been dropped a video on it. I'm not too big of an L2 cancel guy, but it is back in the game. And with these SIGs, you could pretty much do it. I definitely know you can with these SIGs. It might not be the same way as last year, but you could definitely do it. Now, the next thing I'm gonna show you is the Glitchy breakdown, because this, I mean, you could combo this into so many different things. So the Glitchy breakdown, y'all definitely need that, man. To do that, you're gonna hold R2, flick your right stick straight up, boom, super easy. Anybody could do it, and from there you could just cancel it with anything. I already taught you how to do the escape. I already taught you how to do the step back. So all you have to do is just piece all the stuff I taught you together, and you could just piece that with all of that. So that's how you do the Ja Morant Glitchy breakdown. Now the next thing I'm gonna show you guys is the Ja go-to shot into the step back. Now this right here, ooh, it's cheese, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You're definitely gonna want to add this into your bag. Now to do this, you're gonna hold R2, and then you're gonna hold your right stick a little bit up to the opposite side the ball's in. It's gonna be close to straight up, but it's just gonna be a tiny bit to the opposite side. So if the ball's in your left hand, hold R2, right stick a little bit up to the right, you'll get that animation, and then you just combine it with the step back. That's all you gotta do. And if you don't, if you just hold R2 and then hold your right stick straight up, sometimes it'll give you that little crossover before you actually get into it, instead of actually just letting you dive straight into it just like that. So that's how you guys do the Ja into the glitchy stuff. And like I said, with these SIGs, you guys could do all the stuff that I was just showing you earlier, if not even better, because you could just speed boost, move out of everything. You'll be able to combo even better than the tall guard. So realistically, my SIGs, everything that I showed you guys, it goes for all builds. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I didn't quick stop on that, but yeah, y'all get the point, man. This is the dribble tutorial, the full one, man. Once I unlock starter 3 and get all the rest of the animations, I'll give y'all an even better dribble tutorial than this. You probably can't think it could get any better than this, because I'm already moving crazy on this game without unlocking all the animations. But once I unlock all the animations, I got y'all with the updated video. And until the next time, your boy Hunt is out. I appreciate y'all for watching.